Okay, I haven't really done a video of my end of season garage, but it's gonna be the end of season really soon, and the next one's coming back. So I would like to talk about like just things that happened and just the general updates of my garage status that has happened this season. Overall, it's been pretty uneventful. So like the very first gacha that we opened up with gave us a bunch of crap. There wasn't really anything good that I remember other than the C Barossa for the air melees. And then so this month, like the beginning of season 4, I pretty much just used Misties like with Blade Gun. I've also used Pierce Gun because I think it got them. I don't remember. Something along those lines. But it's still mainly just Pierce Gun and Blade Gun on my Misties. And the Estus was just the usual Estus Magnum. So that was pretty much it. I grinded those things with the Battle Pass. And then this... Oh yeah, the air build. The Plasma Gun. I was actually experimenting with this with the Great Force and the Great Rapid with Paralyze. But I didn't like the hit rate, because I like the consistency of the double Great Rapids instead. So moving on to the next month, we got something good. Well, good is subjective. We got a new toy for Land Gunners in the form of the Domin Clown. But remember, you're still playing a Land Gunner. I don't think they're in a really good spot right now. And we got the Shadow Flow core. So this month gave us this build, the Shadow Flow. I tuned it with the Great Rapid and High Shooter. You can do double Great Rapid to hit airs better, but you're not going to hit airs that well anyways with this weapon. And this one's more mainly for the art and other land matchup with just range. And I still want like one High Shooter. It's not needed. I just get it because I just like that extra range. So yeah, my garage didn't really change much in the first 2 months. No, I guess it changed a lot on the second month because I transitioned away from the Misties to Shadow Flow as my predominant bot, and I'm also using Shadow Flow up to the end of the season because this gacha only gave us Lasker. There wasn't really anything else good from this gacha. So overall it was pretty disappointing. The meta hasn't really changed too much other than the Anko slight nerf and the Monica nerf. The Ankos are still everywhere. It's probably one of the best spots right now. As well as Bloom. It's also one of the best spots right now. And yeah, so this is the rest of my garage. I rebuilt the Alpha Artillery. This is like a Season 2 build with the Gaster Arm and the Blast Bazooka. It still does really well. So because if you look at one of the most recent clan fights, literally just recorded a couple minutes ago, you can still do a lot of damage, like 8.4k damage. This build will still do a lot. Like Hoveron is still a really solid free-to-play core, and most of these parts are free-to-play. The only exception is this Hecatoclys legs, which you're gonna have to sacrifice tech to put more fly in to be more mobile without this, and you're gonna need like a Swift Jet. This can be substituted with the Icy Head from Wisdom. This arm can be changed, and this was a Season 2 weapon. The booster, there's bound to be some alternative, like maybe the Ale Lily Rain booster or something like that. I don't remember the exact stats on that. But for the third month of the season, we did get the Brisgander Pounager. Personally, I think it's not as strong as the Domin Clown, but it's another option that we have. Like in terms of strength, I think this is better than what we had, like the Estus Magnum on the Estus core. and the Misties. And so this was a clan fight, like for one of my setups. And then I had 3 Amlins. I never really used it other than to like one day, but it was like with Moniaka, and those days are kind of just casual. So I didn't really play much. I volunteered to step out because it just wasn't fun getting dominated by them. But this build, like, it's 1270, so like you fit one more Acceleroll on this, and of course with the double Great Rapids and Paralyze. You can substitute the Paralyze with like a Great Force, but it's good for the dogfights because this is meant to 1v1 other airs. This build still works. It just doesn't really have much high damage. So if you have like one healer just constantly rotting you, it's pretty much impossible to kill with this, but it's very consistent. I still think it's pretty solid, but I think in terms of like, you want kill pressure in clan fights, and this will give you more kill pressure than the Shadow Kinesis build will. And there has been a resurgence of Tier Rouge for clan fights, so this is another clan fight commando that I have. There isn't really much to say. You use the Slayer bits, so you keep 1 strength. And like, you have a decent amount of tech still, and you just have a metric assload of HP. So that was it. This whole season, as well as last season, has been pretty uneventful in terms of power creep. Because I don't think this is considered power creep, because you're still playing a land gunner. Like, in the land gunner meta, yeah, it was power creep, but in the overarching meta of arenas and clan fights, where you're not just fighting land gunners, because I think we're a pretty rare breed out there in the wild, then the overall state of the game hasn't really changed. Anyways, that is my the end of season 4 garage update.